And one. We are live. Welcome everybody to another Power Talk show. It's your boy DVD King back in with another video. Today's guest we got in the building.
What is
Matter of
going?
fact, I'm gonna let her introduce herself real quick. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up as y'all come in, and we're gonna jump right into it. Make sure
What
everything's up and running. Oh, we lost your camera, sweetheart. Turn your camera back
I
on.
see? Hold on.
We lost your camera, baby. There we
There-
go. All right, cool.
Hey,
All right, introduce yourself to everybody so they know who you are.
hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Amika May, XXAMICAMEAXX. How you guys doing today? I am out in where am I? I'm in Green Bay. Everybody keeps calling me right now. What is going on? Everybody blowing my phone up right now. Everybody trying to tune in. But yes, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. Um, I hope everybody is tuning in. I had sent the link out just now. But yes, my name's Amika. So what's going on, everybody? I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to, you know, be on here and talk.
I definitely. All right, so let's start from the beginning, man. Let's start from the beginning. Um, where you born and raised at?
Well, I was born in North Carolina. I was born on the Army base. My dad was I'm an Army brat, so that's where we was at the time. But I was raised in California, so I've been out there majority of my life. So yeah, I've been out there for a really long time. I've only been in Wisconsin for almost 2 years
So
now.
I've been out there majority of my life. So
Okay. So
yeah, I've been out there for a really long time.
wait, what?
I've only been in Wisconsin for almost 2 years
So
now. I've been out there majority of my life. So
Okay. So
yeah, I've been out there for a really long time.
hold on, give me a
I've only been in Wisconsin for almost 2 years now.
Okay, that was my fault. It was feedback on my end. Sorry about that, guys. It was feedback on my end. Um, all right. So basically, you you're where you at now? What city you
I'm
in?
I'm in Green Bay, Wisconsin right now as we speak. I am
Okay.
currently here. I've been here for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in June.
Okay. What made you actually decide to get into porn? What actually made you get into porn and decide to go that route?
Well, to be honest with you, I was doing things that I shouldn't have been doing out in California. And I decided that I wanted to take it to the next level, as far as dancing went. So I went ahead and started dancing. And I was just like, well, I like the fuck. So, you know, and I don't mind it, I enjoy it. So I just decided to say, hey, like, why not? Let's get into that too. So, I mean, like me and my manager, he's a friend of mine. I decided to have him become my personal manager. And we both decided to sit down and strategize what we were going to do and what we were going to map out. And I was just like, well, fuck it then. I'm just going to dive right in and, see where it takes me. And so far, so good. Since I've have got my foot in it, a lot of people have been reaching out to me and a lot of people have been wanting to work with me. So I'm super excited to work with them. I'm super like I'm actually kind of flattered, like, people are taking the time out to reach out to me and, you know, wanting to network because I love to network. And I don't know, it's exciting, it's a thrill, a lot of people that are in this region won't understand, being a porn star or being a stripper or being a model. A lot of people don't understand the entertainment business. I mean, it's about what you love. I love this shit. I just started and I'm in love with it already.
Okay, cool. So let me ask you this. You went a whole different route than some girls have. You know, some girls go seek out working for a company and doing all that. You started actually filming yourself and
Mm-hmm.
actually putting it up on Pornhub.
Mm-hmm.
What made you go that route other than actually going with an actual company and doing all that?
Well, when I was down in California, I think I was about 20, maybe 19, going on 20 maybe. I had went down to this um agency. I forgot what the agency was, but at the time, I believe Anna Fox was one of their models at the time when I went down there because I had spoken to her and we had a full blown conversation on Instagram. But I had went down there and they told me that my vagina was too dark and that I
Wait,
would
wait,
have
wait,
to light it up.
wait, wait,
And
wait. They told you your vagina was too dark?
they told me my vagina was too dark.
Are you? I ain't never heard that. Now I've been in the game for a minute. I ain't never heard that. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
they told me my vagina was too dark, and for me to, because as you can see, I'm brown skin, and you could see like on my skin that I bruise very easily, and
Yeah.
I mark really bad. So, down below, when you get blemishes and stuff, you mark. So it's just kind of like me at the time. I didn't know how to get rid of it. I didn't know how to, get rid of the dark marks at the time. I was just going in there and hoping to God somebody would say something or take me, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Guide me somewhere. But I just went ahead and went in and hoped for the best. And they told me my vagina was too dark. And they told me to come back. And they said that I had good potential. And they had told me that, I could talk to one of their models. And one of their models at the time was Anna Fox. And so I had, reached out to her, asking her questions about, how to get into the game, what made her want to, get into the game. And she told me it's a hustle. It's not going to be all the time, you know you got to find something that's going to be consistent because you want somebody to shoot you all the time. you
Yeah.
know when other people reached out to me, other old heads that's been in the game has also told me like, yeah, it's going to be, patchy, but it's going to be patchy, but you got to be, ready, for it to be patchy because that's how it's going to start off. You're not going to, be filming, you know, constant. You want it to be constant. Oh, my thing is not charging. Give me a second. Why isn't it charging? Give me 1 second.
That's fine. You good. You good. You good. Make sure you hit the like button as y'all come in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share the channel too. We got the Pornhub queen herself in the building, and we're gonna talk
We got
about
to get this camera right.
talk about it, be about it. You know how we do it. So she's trying to make sure her camera is right. So make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come in, please. And like I said, we're gonna talk about it, be about it today. You know, if y'all
Give
just
me
now coming in,
one.
she was talking about how she got into the game and how she came down to LA and how they told her vagina was too dark, guys. I ain't never heard of that one. They told her vagina was too dark. That's a cool game right there. That's a cool way to tell a person, nah, we don't want you right now. That's a cool way to tell a person that.
Hell
You know.
yeah, in a way. They sure did tell me that. I was just stunned when they told me. I was like, are you serious? Like, my vagina's too dark? Like, really? Like, what type of crap is this? I wasn't offended, but it's good for me to know, you know. But damn, I
Yeah.
wasn't prepared for it. I mean, nobody is. I mean, who's prepared for somebody to tell you that, hey, your vagina is too dark? I'm working on my camera real quick. Give me 1 second.
That's fine. She's
It
fixing her camera right now. She's making sure her phone, because she's doing this from her phone. Like I said, I do the interviews over tablet, phone, wherever the person is. She got a phone right now, so we get to go right now with it.
Yes, my phone it's an iPhone and it ain't charging for an expensive phone. It sure ain't charging. I just got this thing. Give me 1 second. Charge for me. That's gonna have to. That's gonna have to do. Okay.
Ah, nah, that's fine. You got enough charge, right?
I'm trying to get it to charge. There you go. Is it charge? There you go.
Okay.
It's doing something.
She said doing some. Okay, definitely, definitely, definitely. But we lost your camera though. We lost your camera.
There
That
you go. There you go.
we got to see the sweetness. Man. We got to see the sweetness. We got to see the eye candy. That's what we got to see. Um. So all right. So now you're in LA. They done told you your vagina's too dark. You reached out to Anna Fox. Afterwards, what actually, you know, when somebody hears that, an average girl probably would have been like, huh? Like, she probably would have taken it to heart. Probably would have been like, okay, that's like somebody telling you, you know, oh, well, yeah, you got too many marks around your mouth, or
Right.
your teeth is crooked. I'm sorry,
Right.
you
You
know.
know,
So
and it's crazy because I didn't take it to offense because people tell me I'm ugly all the time. Like the life that I was living. I was a trapper. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing what I had to do to make ends meet. I was when I was 16 years old, I had got put out of my mom's spot. She put me out. And so I had to figure out where my next meal was going to be or where I was going to lay my head. So, I had to do what I had to do to make a living. So, when I used to run into people, motherfuckers would tell me all the time, oh, you ugly, or you just too little, or you look like a tranny, or, some bullshit just to make me upset, and tear me down. But all it did was just, send me into a different route, with certain things. I'm just like, well, fuck it then, somebody gonna love this one day. I wasn't mad. I just took it as critic structural criticism and made it better than what it is now. Like my vagina is not even dark anymore. It's the same skin tone as me now. And I'm very pleased because now I can walk around in bikinis. I'm geeked. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it took me a while to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I'm like I said, like I took it as strong criticism, and I kept pushing on. I kept striving. So at the time I wasn't even like worried about doing porn. At that time I was just like, forget it, I'll try it again later. Then when when the conversation came across again, and I'm 21 years old, the conversation came again about like I believe like almost a year ago. I was sitting down talking to my friend. He was just like, well, you dancing now and stuff. So, porn goes hand in hand with stripping, because a lot of porn stars come down and do events in strip clubs. So I'm like, oh, on what? He was like, yeah. So, I mean, you like the fuck, so why not do porn? I'm like, you are right about that. Why not try that shit again? So I decided, I started Googling up stuff and I started looking around, and I was just like, you know what? The first thing that came to my mind was RedTube. And I was just like, well, let me go on RedTube and, try it again. So I had did it again. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, well, let's not do RedTube. Let's do Bang Bros. I went on Bang Bros, did my homework on Bang Bros, and I was like, I don't know, I don't know if I want to do Bang Bros yet. I'm not ready for that. So I came across Pornhub, and I was just like, okay, I see they do live streaming. Let's see what else they do. So I noticed that, you can upload videos. And I was just like, well, shit, fuck it then. I can upload my own videos and, and see where it leads me to. And long and behold, I had started getting views. I had starting, my fan base started. And so I was actually like stunned by the views. It's not a lot, but I mean, I was looking at other people's stuff that, started like for like 2 years, and they barely had like 500 views. Like my shit took off like 2.1K as we speak, and I haven't been on Pornhub that long. So I mean, imagine me having over 100 views. I mean, 100 videos. I'm sorry, having over 100 videos. I mean, how many views is that going to be? You know what I'm saying? Like it's mind blowing, and and I believe in myself, and I believe that I could be as best as as these girls that's up to par right now. I've been following these girls ever since I was a little girl. I wanted to be that chick. I wanted to be the girl that everybody's like, well, she's different, she's opposite, and she's a go-getter because I mean, ain't nobody that knows me like can't say that I'm not about my business because I'm about my business, period. I've even had haters even tell like, people like, well, I don't like her, but she get her money though. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like it's mind blowing,
Well,
and
haters
I
don't.
love it.
Hey,
I love
haters gotta, they gotta sit there and they gotta recognize, real recognize real. You
it
feel
all
me?
day.
Real recognize real. So I mean, they can hate you, but they can't say, well, she don't get no money though.
Oh me, they can't say nothing about
They can't
that
say
because I
that.
got my cheese.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. I don't know if you follow the media and do all that, but there's a certain. You say you was trapping at a young age,
Mm-hmm.
and then you decided to do Pornhub, and you got into that, and that's why you actually the queen of Pornhub because you're really the only one that really took off with Pornhub, and that's where a lot of people know you from is Pornhub. If
Yep.
you guys don't know her from Pornhub, go check her videos out there. They're tremendous, actually. They're tremendous. Now there is, I don't know on if you follow Facebook and all this, there are two girls that have been out here by the name of Pretty Ho and Fine Ho. Have you ever heard of these girls?
No, I shouldn't laugh. No, I haven't heard nobody name that.
Uh, no, it's funny because just like you, see, you made a known thing because you're from Pornhub. They made a known thing because they actually do. We're hoes. We're prostitutes. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? And a lot of people hate them, but they can't say, well, they don't get their money. You see what?
Right.
So my whole thing is this: what would you tell somebody that will come to you and say, hey, I want to make a name for myself, but how do I go about it? You see what I'm saying?
I first first and foremost, you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe that you are gonna make it to wherever you need to be. You need to sit down and write goals. I would say because when I first started, I had written down goals where I was gonna be in the next 10 years. I written down a 10-year plan.
Wait, give me 1 minute. Hey, Marcos, if you're still up in here, can you please take care of that for me? Thank you, Marcos. If you can, I just made you a moderator, Marcos.
I'm
I
trying to
just
say.
made you a moderator. Thank you. Um, yeah. So you were saying that you have goals.
Yeah, so give me 1 second. I'm still fiddling with this camera. So you gotta sit down and write goals. You gotta sit down and really tell yourself, this is something that I want to do. This is something that I am interested in. And, how am I gonna go about this? You gotta write it down. You gotta figure out what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure out where you want to be. Because a lot of people ain't gonna get far. Like for an example, like okay, I ran into this one bitch. I don't say names, but I ran into this one bitch, and when I first started stripping, all she wanted to be was a stripper. That's it. She didn't want to do nothing else. She didn't want to learn nothing else. She didn't want to be nothing else. She just wanted to be a stripper. And I don't dog bitches that just want to do just one thing, because you set out to do that just one thing. You know what I'm saying? But, I can't tell her that she's not the best at it because she believes that she's the best at it. She believes that whatever she's bringing in is going to make ends meet, and that's that. But when she started talking to me and I started telling her my goals and I started telling her where I wanted to be in life and where I see myself, it changed her whole persona. She was just like, well, damn, like, I don't want to be just a dancer. I want to be more than that. I was just like, well, have you ever had anybody to open your eyes and show you that there's more in life than just being a stripper? There's more in life than just being a dancer. I said, especially as far as money goes, I said, there's a lot more than just being a dancer. I was like, you got to be an entertainer. You got to entertain people because that's what you're here for, to entertain. You're not here just to strip and take your clothes off and then go on about your business.
There you go.
People come here to watch you dance so you can entertain them. This is what we do. Like circus people. They, they practice, 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 practice. And then when these seats get filled up, they turn into entertainers because that's what they do. They don't put makeup on just to put makeup on. They do it for a living because they love what they do and they like to see people happy. You know what I'm saying? Me, for an example, I love what I do. Like I said, I've just started doing it. I keep reiterating it, but because I'm fresh into the game, I'm fresh into this. So what I do, I love it. I adore dancing. I adore being an entertainer. Entertainer. I adore when people come up to me and ask me questions because I was that same person and I'm still asking questions now. You know what I'm saying about certain things. About how to go about it. I'm always about being professional, especially when it comes to my work. And it's all about what you're trying to do.
All
You
day.
know, I mean, like, shit, doctors can't be doctors, until they go to class. You got to learn your shit. You got to be humble when people teach you stuff, and I have to learn. Sorry.
That's
I
fine.
was I was at, the Oval Office. Currently I'm not working there at the time, and I'm not going to say why. But when I was working there, people would come up to me all the time and ask me, "Oh, Amika, how do you do this pole trick?" And I didn't know how to do pole tricks when I first walked in there. I didn't know how to do shit. I just knew how to be pretty and dress up and walk up in this motherfucker and expect somebody to walk up to me and give me some money. But when I had walked in there and they hired me, they were just like, well, you know, hope you ready because we got a lot of people that come in here. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I had ran into two girls that knew how to do the atomic drop. We call it the atomic drop. So basically, climbing the 30 foot was a 30. I think it's 30 feet in the air. The pole. It's really tall, and I've had this one girl flip upside down and slide halfway, and then do another pole trick and then slide herself down real smooth. I was just like, What is that? Like, teach me how to do that. So, I learned how to do that. Then I started to get crazy with it. I would climb all the way to the top and drop to where it's just a little bit right at the bottom and then hit the splits. People will go crazy over that shit. So, I learned how to do that. Then I got excited and I wanted to learn more. So I started to look up on YouTube. I started to go to the gym. I started to, explore my options so that way I can be a better dancer. And so far, since I've been doing this for almost a year now, people think that I'm a pro at it. And I still think I'm still a beginner. I still think that I still got more to learn. As far as dancing goes, I mean, I don't think I'm the best, but I've seen girls that can do some crazy stuff, and I'm trying to be as bad as them. So, working hard pays off, man. You just got to do what you got to do and handle your business.
That's true, right there. That's true. So let me ask you this. Um, there's a lot of people that have hit me up with like, oh well, yeah, that's the queen of Pornhub. Yeah, I know her. I've seen her videos. It's a lot of people that have requested. Do you get requests for like privacy videos? Do people actually hit you up since they know that you shoot your own stuff? Do people actually hit you up for one-on-one videos and different things like that? Did we lose her? I think we lost her, guys. I think we lost her. Hold on. Hopefully she'll hop back in. Yeah, I think we lost her. She froze. I'm trying to see now. Think we lost you guys. Trying to see. I think her phone died. She was trying to charge it. I think her phone died on her, guys. So we're gonna stay for a minute, try to see if we can get her back. It's the Illuminati. All right, let me see if she's back. Let me see. I'm waiting on to see. I just hit her up with a message trying to see if we can get her back. I think her phone messed up on her. I'm trying to see because her phone messed up on her. I don't know what happened, guys. Just trying to see now. She froze and disappeared. I'm trying to find out what happened on her side. We're still live on my side, so I'm trying to see now. Make sure y'all tune in next week, guys. We got September Rain coming in next week. And week after next, we got Roxanne Shante. So she has to hop back in. So put the link out there. Anybody want to hop in real quick? You can. And keep the show going for a minute. Try to see if I can get her back. Yeah, so next week we got September Rain. Week after next we got Roxanne Shante. I got some other people coming in this month. We're booked up for the whole month of April, so April's gonna be a real heavy month for the guest on the Power Talk show. We got we got heavy hitters coming in. So, like I said, we got September Rain next week. Make sure y'all Google her and check her out. Y'all gonna see the preview video for that coming up. So I'm trying to get her back in. Make sure, like I said, I know she was having trouble with her phone. We in talks right now to get more money from Bob from Love and Hip Hop New York. We got her coming in too. She, more money. Y'all don't know who that is. Bad bitches on deck. She was on Love and Hip Hop New York. I think last season. I think she was on last season. She was on last season and season before that. Not this past season, but the season before that. We got her. We got a couple of heavy hitters, man. I'm in contact to get in with Jack Thriller from Wildin' Out. So shit, I got a couple of people that's coming in that's gonna come do the show. So I got some names coming in for y'all. I got some names coming in for y'all. Come check out. Let me call her. See what happened.
I'm sorry. The person you called.
Yeah, her phone died. Her phone straight died on her. Her phone straight died on her. I think that's what happened. Her phone died on her. Her phone straight died on her during the interview. But yeah, if anybody want to hop in real quick, y'all can hop in real quick and chit chat for a minute. Come holler. Come holler. We're gonna have to do part 2 to this interview because I know her phone died. You know, niggas be. You know, So trying to see what's popping right now. I'm trying to get her back on the phone now. We got to trying to get her back on now. Trying to see. All right, guys. You know what? I might have to redo this interview. We're gonna have to can it and redo it because it's too much downtime. It's your boy DVD King. I'm out.